Psalm 71 verse 20. You who have made me sin many troubles and calamities will revive me again. The battles we face in this world are making all of us weary. The enemy's attacks are getting stronger as the forces of evil seek to wound and discourage those who belong to Christ. Many believers are crying out for Christ to return soon and save them from all this darkness. We are indeed in the devil's crosshairs, and he is not backing down. His plan is to kill your hope, steal your joy, and destroy your future. His arsenal is filled with weapons of lies and discouragement aimed toward every believer. His fiery darts of fear and doubt can pierce the hearts of struggling saints, causing some to wonder if God really hears their prayers. We are all suffering the effects of a fallen world as we endure hardship of every kind. As difficult as it may seem, the truth remains that the victory of Christ is at the core of every believer's trial. I read a great quote by a Christian singer, Winsley Phipps, which said, "It is in the quiet crucible of your personal, private suffering that your noblest dreams are born and God's greatest gifts are given in compensation for what you have been through." That profound truth should give hope to those who are going through serious trials. Keep in mind that all we fear is under God's sovereignty and plan. Our battles have been won, and although we still must fight the good fight, believers are guaranteed the victory. Those who belong to Christ are already standing in the winner's circle, surrounded by God's angels. We are not alone, nor left to fend for ourselves. We are a chosen people who will one day rule with Christ in heaven. The forces of hell and the darkness of this world cannot stop the royal future that Jesus died to give us. He has gone to prepare a place for us, so wonderful that our finite minds cannot begin to comprehend the beauty that awaits us. As great as that promise is, it may sound hollow right now when all you want to do is cry. Your painful trial is causing you to bow your head in sadness. Trouble seems unending. But true believers must trust their God, no matter how impossible their situation seems. The Apostle Paul tells us in Romans 12 verse 12 that as we face trials, we are to rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, be constant in prayer. That is what sets us apart from the world. We have faith that in all things, God is enough. He will not leave us alone, nor allow us to perish. In the book of James, we are told, "Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial, for when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life which God has promised to those who love him." You can have peace even when it seems that all hope is gone, when you understand in your heart that in the end, God has the plan. He is not waiting for you to be stronger, wiser, or holier before he will help you. He already has the plan worked out. Tomorrow is in his hands, and he will accomplish his purpose for you. Romans 8 verse 18 says, "For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed in us." In Exodus 14, God led Moses and the Israelites away from Egypt as Pharaoh and his army pursued them. As the army approached, the people of Israel feared greatly. They had come to the bank of the Red Sea and had nowhere to cross. Moses saw the enemy too, but he told the people, "The Egyptians whom you see today, you shall never see again. The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent." Then God told Moses to lift his staff over the sea and divide it. After that, God did something amazing. All through the desert, the angel of God, who was Jesus, led the Israelites by going in front of them as a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. However, When they got to the Red Sea, the angel of God who was in front of the Israelites moved and went behind them. The pillar of fire also stood behind them, coming between the army of Egypt and the people of Israel. God had the Israelites back. He protected them as the enemy drew near. There was no way that Pharaoh was going to destroy God's people. And in the end, God led his people to safety from between the parted water and used that same water to destroy the Egyptian army. God made a way where there was none. James 1 verses 3 and 4 says, "For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing." Wounded warriors, never doubt that God is going to make a way for you. He has your back covered. Your impossible situation is under His authority, and He knows how to make it work out in His perfect plan for you. I don't care how bad it seems right now. There is always hope if you will surrender it to Christ to do as He pleases. Be strong and believe. Remember, discouragement is a lying spirit which ushers in doubt. Take your thoughts captive and line them up with the truth. We are so close to the glorious appearing of Christ. He is with you right now. You have only to be silent. Grace and stay blessed.